So guys, Toast again from Fishyaker. The last video we did was on the Googan baits Rattlin Ned, and it really performed kind of like a sinking 2x4. Had no action to it, and it didn't have any buoyancy whatsoever. One of the points some people pointed out was maybe it's because of the rattle in it. So let's pull one of them out, try to get the rattle out of it, and then see if it's buoyant at all at that point. And maybe it'll give it more action. I don't know, but let's find out. So here we are again. There is the wider section of the soft plastic, the Ned, and then the rear section here, the Rattle's right there. Maybe you can hear that. But let's see. And I did, again, I pointed out, I did try to work this with the jig head on both ends just to see if it made a difference. And it basically laid horizontal on the bottom with both. So maybe I can just kind of poke it out. There you go. It's a glass bead. It's got the two little BBs in it, the two little balls in it. There you go. People are kind of joking around. Hey, you can always take the bead out and use it for something else. Well, let's find out. Came out of it pretty easy, and I can feel it here. It's kind of hollow back in there, so if nothing else, maybe that'll hold some air or something and make it float up a little bit. But like I said, this thing laid flat on the bottom with barely any buoyancy when I first tried this out. Again, I tried it from both ends. So I've taken the rattle out of it, and now no rattle. Let's go ahead and put the mushroom jig head back on here and see if I can get any more action out of it, or if it'll float at least partially vertically. So what do you guys think? Better? Worse? The same? Might have a little tiny bit more buoyancy, but not much. Still, maybe has a slightly slower fall rate. But then once it's been on the bottom for a while, it still is like laying flat, horizontal. When I had the rattle in the tail previously in the other video, you saw I actually got a lot more action in the tail, kind of like, you know, wagging the tail kind of with that extra weight in it. Don't quite have that now. So the actual, I guess, in the water column presentation, I probably get less action in it now than when I actually had the rattle. And of course now you don't have the sound coming from the rattle, but it's got a little bit slower fall rate, and once you drop it onto the head, it drops a little bit slower, but it still ends up flat on the bottom, like I said, like a sinking 2x4. I don't know, I even had a couple of people post up saying, like, when they've been casting these, the rattle just shoots straight out of it anyway. So, I don't know. If I use them, I'm going to take them out, but I'll probably end up just giving these away. But, anyhow, if you do still like them, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to pick some up. But there's a lot of other options out there for you that are made in the U.S., made by other companies you probably heard of, or even mom and pop companies. And they have a lot better action and buoyancy in the water. But if you just want something that just looks like, I don't know, like I said, a sinking 2x4, go for it. Alright guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to Fishyaker YouTube channel, give us that thumbs up, share the video, and we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.